everyone, and welcome to the end of season video for the Going Great Guns podcast. It's me, JT Guna, along with
me, Guna Gospel, Guna and
me, Loudmouth, just Loudmouth.
just Loudmouth. No Twitter handle in there, just Loudmouth.
Yeah.
Come find me.
So it's like we say, it's the end of season one. We're going to probably we're going to talk about highs and lows of the season, highs, middles, and lows, I guess. Where do you want to start, guys? Where do you want to start?
You can't start with the highs, so I don't think there is. We might as well start in the middle and in the low.
Let's start off low and try and build up if we can.
Yeah, we can make an attempt on that. Maybe the first low point was finishing, what was it, 8th? No European football, no trophies.
Yeah. So when finishing 8th, how does everyone feel about that? I mean, I'm not that fussed, and I'll tell you why. Because you finish where you're supposed to finish, isn't it? You know, and we haven't been that great. I mean, after Christmas we've been great, but we just can't score goals, and we haven't been attacking enough. So we finished where we were supposed to finish.
Yeah, it's that inconsistency, definitely. And we didn't have a number 10 for a long time as well, till January, because we had one, but we
weren't playing him, innit? Yeah,
we had a lot of bit part players. We didn't play. Pepe played well to the end, but he didn't get enough games. Lacazette played as well. Played really well when Aubameyang was stepping up. He got dropped as well. Willian was always there. Oh my God.
How long? He went 1 minute in for the sweepstake. Come on.
Yeah. But like you said, John, you finish where you belong, really, innit? Like they say, innit? The old saying, the league doesn't lie.
I mean, you could probably say it does lie now with VAR, because that just seems to make it up as it goes along. Do you know what I mean? But Aaron just picked up on it, and then for me personally, I've seen towards the end of the season, in the last 5 games that we've won, the difference that having a Pepe that is being backed from the start to having a Willian that just thinks he's going to get in the team anyway. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember when was it in the Europa League game when we still had fans allowed in, and Arteta just threw Pepe under the bus? It must just crushed his confidence, man. And if we'd have had a Pepe that he'd have been backed from the start, we would have had, I don't know, we'd have had a better player in our hands than Willian.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. Like, Arteta probably put too much trust in Willian when we got him straight away. I think he depended on him probably way too much. Alluding to what Aaron was saying at the beginning of the season, we had no number 10, so no creativity.
Yeah. That hurt us, didn't it?
Massively. And do you know what I mean? What can you do when you're not creating? You can't score. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair to me, he sorted the defence out, didn't he? But we just weren't, like I say, we weren't creative enough, were we?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like all well and good. Defensively, we're looking a bit more of a unit, but take it forward and do anything with it, you ain't gonna win games. By Christmas, our season was, and sort of the funny thing is, at Christmas is where our season started. You know what I mean? If you look at it, our season was done, but that's when our season actually started. You know? Yeah. But I'm sure we're gonna get into that a bit later.
I mean, when it comes to Arteta, do you reckon that the games against Chelsea and Man United is what's really kept him in his job this season? Because, we played so well in those games and got the results that we needed that the rest of you could sort of write it off a bit. And the fact that fans weren't in the stadium. If fans had been in the stadium when we were losing 1-0 to Burnley, he might not have lasted the season, if I'm honest. And that's not me saying I want him out. I'm just saying I think as a harsh reality, I think he probably wouldn't have lasted if we'd have had fans in the stadium.
Yeah. There's truth to that, mate. 100%. There is truth to that because fans wouldn't have had it.
No.
And the board or the Cronkies or whoever does the hiring, firing, the sacking would have had to answer to something. Do you know what I mean? They'd have had to say that, you know, that it's not good enough. But like the season is cut into two halves, isn't it? Like I said before, the season's been cut into two halves because I don't know how you lot feel about it, but the second half of the season, they're saying we had the best win percentage, the second best, you know.
Yeah, we're only behind City, aren't we?
Yeah, so it was in two halves, wasn't it? And
that happened last season as well.
Yeah.
Except we ended with the FA Cup, and this season, the only thing we ended up with is cutting off the dead players. You know, we got rid of Mustafi and you know the hangers on and all that.
Oh my God, Mustafi! You've only got.
That was actually one of the high points. I should have said getting rid of the dead players is the high point.
Yeah, I mean
we
had Mustafi for so long. And they went to Xhaka, and Xhaka got rid of him this season. They've gone, no, mate, you ain't for us. You're like, why did we hold him for so long? Do you know what I mean? It's just like...
It just shows, isn't it? It just shows that we're just letting anybody play. We're letting anybody stay here for too long, you know? We need to start getting rid of a lot of people. I don't know. The thing is, I've been seeing a lot of managers available now. You know what I mean?
But they all seem to be going the same place. It's the same managers going the same place. I mean... Potter's going back to Spurs for crying out loud. I mean, why would you go back there? After what they did to you, why would you then go back?
Go back there. It's weird. Very weird.
I still wouldn't have him. I still wouldn't have Potter at the club. I don't. I would still have Arteta over Potter even. Because if he weren't good enough for Spurs the first time, he's not good enough for us. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's have it right. They just about sneaked in ahead of us. If it wasn't for Leicester being rubbish in the last day of the season, we'd have finished above them in seventh. I mean, seven. Man.
They would have won at least.
I was expecting them to get a draw.
Yeah, maybe. I thought they was going to win. But we can't keep on relying on finishing above Spurs to just save our season. That way. We actually need to.
We're turning Spurs, bro. I'm saying we're turning into Spurs when we start talking back.
And that's the problem. That's the problem, isn't it?
I won't go that far. We won a trophy last season.
We finished above you, though. We can't.
We can't be doing that. But what I'm saying is that we need to start investing in the midfield because that looks a bit thin there.
That's where we're light, isn't it?
Yep, very light. Because in that Europa League match, where do we put Partey by himself?
One midfielder.
I don't know. Most people don't really like El Neni that much, but I reckon if we would have put El Neni with him, it would have been perfect for him because they run him ragged, up and down, left and right. Yeah. You know, they should have played Xhaka left back as well.
Me and Ant said a little while ago, like it's amazing. Partey's one of those players, one of those sort of players that it don't matter who plays alongside, and they look better just playing alongside Partey, and not in a bad way, but like even Xhaka on the last game of the season, against Brighton, Xhaka looked like a much better player, didn't he? Because he had someone, because Partey was there doing the other bits, and Xhaka could just focus on his game.
Well, this is it. Partey does improve the players around him, but it's like you're saying, Aaron. He can't play by himself. He's not there to play by himself. Like at Atletico, they were a defensive team. They were a defensive unit. Everyone defended together, which is what Partey looked good. If we throw bloody 10-man forward or 9-man forward and Partey's there, you know what I mean, by himself,
he's gonna get caught out.
Over. And it's going to look worse. Do you know what I mean? It's going to look worse. But to be fair, you know what I mean? I don't think Partey's had the greatest of seasons, but I know there's lots to come from him. Lots to come.
Yeah. I don't think he's been 100% fit since we've had him, for a start. So that hasn't helped him, has it?
Yeah.
Partnership, you know.
He needs a partner in the midfield as well, like a steady one, not like one that's going to be in for 3 games. Another 3 games or whatever. It's a bit like with Pepe as well, because he had Chambers when he was playing really good, and then you put Bellerin in there, and you're not really going to do anything because he plays a different way. He doesn't really have that partnership with him.
Yeah.
Even with Cedric.
I like Chambers. I really like Chambers at right back. Do you know what I mean? I think Chambers and Pepe there is a decent right hand side.
Yeah. But would you keep Chambers if you could have somebody else?
See, with Louise going, I'm going to try and skirt around that question. with Louise going and Saliba coming back, I would keep Chambers there because you've got, but only as fullback. I think, and I like Hector a lot. I think it might be time to cash in on him. I think if you're going to sell anyone, it'll be Hector. You'll get money for, and you've got a solid defender in Chambers, and you've got Suarez, who's a recognised fullback. So I would go with those two.
Another left back.
We do need another left back massively.
Chambers' ability. I'm saying Chambers, it's good to have a player like that can play centre back, right back, and defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
I think
if he still plays three at the back, you've got to go Chambers, isn't there?
Yeah. If we can move around players and stuff, I think we can definitely get a better right back than Chambers. You know what I mean? He's not natural to him, but
no.
For the job he's done, he deserves props, mate. Like he don't mess about with it. He takes the ball and puts it in top.
I got so cross. I got so cross on the Crystal Palace game. I can't remember who it was. It was a co-commentator on BT Sport, and he said so. Chambers got the ball on the edge of the area, and he whipped a ball in that Aubameyang should have really gambled on, and he might have scored from it. And the co-commentator says, "Oh, what is Chambers doing putting that ball in there? He should be having a shot." I'm like, he's a right back. If he'd have had a shot from there, you'd have gone, what the hell is Chambers doing shooting from there?
He just can't win, yeah.
And I think that comes with a lot of, when you look at the way we are viewed in the media, I think a lot of the media look at our players like that. They're not sure. They just want to coat them whichever way. Whatever decision they make, they're going to get slaughtered for doing that decision.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like, by the way, guys, that Daniel has joined. Daniel is coming in by audio only. There he is. Daniel, how you going, fella? You all right?
I'm good, man. Guys, sorry, I can't join video because I'm driving.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool. So you're in with me. I'm JT Gooner. You've got us.
Who's that?
Yeah,
you've got
JT.
You got Gooner Gospel.
Oh, cool, man. Nice to meet you all, man.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Daniel, give us a little rundown because I don't think Ant and Aaron know who you are, man. Give us a little background as to like how long you've been supporting Arsenal, that sort of stuff.
All right, cool. So I was originally born in Wolverhampton. So by birth, I was a Wolverhampton Wanderers fan. My granddad is an avid supporter of them. That was in the early 80s. Then I moved to London in the mid 80s, and I lived near the Arsenal, and all my uncles supported the Arsenal, and it was just natural, really. I went to school near there as well, so it was just natural, really, that I started supporting the Gooners. And
nice.
I went to my first game when I was about 10 or 11. Back in those days, that age we would go out by ourselves with our mates and that. So I went with two of my schoolmates. And it's funny because my first actual Arsenal game was blinking Wimbledon away.
Whoa.
So there's me and my mate. There's me and my mate going to Wimbledon away by ourselves. That was my first game.
Making sure you're not wearing any colours because you want to get out alive, isn't it?
That's right, man. And that's when I fell in love with Ian Wright as well. Ian Wright's my hero. I know many people have their own heroes, Henri, Bergkamp, whatever, but mine's Ian Wright, man. But after that, I worked for the club for 10 years, man.
You worked with the club for 10 years? Where was that, fella? You just broke up there, Daniel. Whereabouts did you work with the club, man?
Oh, right, yeah. So I worked in the match day safety. So I worked with the away fans to make sure that they basically weren't causing trouble on the match day. Yeah, so that was my role for nearly 10 years. But unfortunately, it was about 6 years ago that ended. And joined the season ticket waiting list, and 6 years later, I'm still waiting. So that's where I am.
Yeah, I feel your pain on that one, man. I feel
Everyone, man. Just literally, we were just chopping it up about Chambers. We were saying, keep or sell Callum Chambers.
Keep, but as a backup, not a first choice.
Yeah. I think we're sort of all on the same wave.
He's solid, isn't he? That's what you want. He's solid, but you want someone there that's a bit more dynamic, don't you?
Definitely, yeah. I want someone like the geezer at Leicester, man. That
Who's
Pereira, is that his name? He's solid.
So what we're going through, Dan, as well at the moment is it Dan or Daniel? Is Dan all right?
Yeah, Dan is fine, man. Yeah.
Cool, man. So we're just going through our sort of highs and lows. At the moment, we're going through the team. What I was going to ask the guys that are on now, I was just going to say. So, who would you keep as your spine?
Gordon Bennett.
He's not playing, is he?
If I'm honest with you, if it were down to me, my spine would. To be honest, I think at centre half, I'm not convinced by any of them just yet. I like what I see of Gabriel, but I think he's still raw.
Yeah.
Leno, I'm not convinced by at all.
No, same.
I think he saved us on a few occasions, but that's what you expect the keeper to do anyway. But I think he makes more mistakes than he saves us. So,
I mean, look at the Everton game. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
That's. I mean, even if we got a point out of the game, do you know what I mean? We're further up again, aren't we? So yeah, I get that.
Exactly. In the middle. Yeah, I do like Partey. I do think he's still adapting to the Premier League, though. He's got
exactly what we were just saying as well, man.
I've not been. You notice.
You notice it, but then when he is playing, you also notice it with these air shots and stuff.
He needs to shoot in practice.
As for a partner for Partey, what are you guys thinking? Who do
as
you
a partner?
Think will be a worthy partner for Partey? Because I know Basuma's been sort of
massively linked to it, yeah.
Anyone else you got thinking would suit him? Because I was thinking, what about that Ruben Neves?
For Wolves, isn't it?
He's a brilliant player.
Yeah.
Do you know what worries me? Is I've got a worrying feeling that they're going to make a move for Ramsey. That's not
Ramsey.
And that's not a slight on Ramsey. I love him as a player, but I think his time. I think his time's been and gone. Do you know what I mean? I don't think come back to the club now. You've had your chance. I can see him at West Ham, but not an Arsenal.
What?
But he's going on a free apparently, isn't he? So it's the sort of thing that Arsenal would do, isn't it?
Danny's definitely coming then. Willian came on a free. Kalasnos came on a free. Then Ramsey, welcome home, my friend. I was sad to see you leave, brother.
Flamini coming back for a third term.
Oh man,
Jesus. No, but the thing is, I noticed about us is, have you not seen the news everywhere? Everyone's eyeing someone. Arsenal will wait till a deadline day to make one signing. What is going on? Liverpool are eyeing up Tielemans.
Well, they've signed someone already. Liverpool, they're making their moves already, and that's where this is where we need to be proactive now, especially when the Euros coming up, because everyone's price is going to go up, aren't they?
Yep, it's going to go sky high. So we need to start replacing players ASAP. We need to get some midfielders, some defenders, and a left back. Definitely a left back. Team can't do this by himself, and we can't keep playing Xhaka left back because Xhaka is not.
Yeah.
And
I remember when we signed Tierney. I got a mate who's a crazy Celtic fan, and he said to me, "Fantastic player, but he spends too much time in the injury on the injury list. And I was like, no, he'll be fine. And look what's happened.
I mean, that's not a bad shout, is it? Maybe that's why he came. Because we had so many players on the injury bench, he probably thought, they've got a lovely setup there. I'll go down there and be injured down there.
Exactly. Flipping it.
He's not like another deal. I think he'll be all right.
Ryan Bertrand. That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying, man.
Yeah. Because he's free. Because he's free, I guess.
Nah.
Not for me.
I don't mind picking up your bargain and whatnot, but we've as Arsenal, we've done that too much. We need to start strengthening properly, don't we? Do you know what I mean? Then that's part of the problem. You can pick up a good player here, like a Mahrez, when no one knows about him, whatever. You can pick those sort of players up, but we also need to be bringing in. You don't need to be bringing in mega stars, but you need to be bringing in someone that's can hit the ground running for me, because that's part of the problem, isn't it? We haven't been able to kick on and have a good start. You know, like we were saying, Dan, we were saying earlier on about Willian. Is if we were doing a highlights package, right? The Fulham game at the first game of the season would be Willian's highlights package, wouldn't it? There wouldn't be anything else, would there?
Well, funnily enough, I was at the game last Sunday, and after the match, like pretty much as we were coming out the ground, Willian was coming out at the same time, and which is pretty unusual because the players are normally in for at least around 45 minutes, an hour before they leave. But he was out almost immediately, and he sped off in his car. Fans approached his car to kind of say hello and get an autograph. He just completely ignored them, and he didn't look happy. He didn't have a happy look on his face at all.
I imagine what happened was, Arteta's gone, have you heard a noise out the back there? Go and have a look for me a minute. Willian's gone out, they've gone shut the door and locked it so he couldn't get back in again.
I mean, I don't know if it meant anything, but it was a bit strange because having worked there for 10 years, you kind of get to know
the routine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, going back to Ant's point, apart from Yves Bissouma, who's the name that's been floating around, Ant, would you pick anyone else?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was thinking maybe someone like a Ruben Neves, because I was thinking, do you know what? If we get rid of Xhaka, we need probably a deep line creator, and I was thinking deep line creator, sort of defensive, maybe Ruben Neves, but I know you'd have to break the bank with him because I'm sure. Will be asking for probably no less than
40 or something.
45.
40 minimum a minute, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the thing you got there is Wolves are getting a new manager, so the new manager might not fancy him.
Yeah, but he's probably their best player. Somehow. But yeah, man, I'm just thinking we sell up Xhaka. Have you heard about Roma coming in for Xhaka? They're looking at something.
They're trying to say 10 million, but we want 25 euros. 25 million euros.
25 euros is about right, mate. The thing for me, right? Like, I'm not a massive Xhaka hater. Right? I hate when he did the armband thing. Yeah, man, that was it. That he burnt his bridges for me there. He's a steady player, but if Mourinho's looking at him and wants him, then for me, his time's gone. Because look, Mourinho's busted. He's actually, I can't believe he's walked into another job.
He's finished. He's a dinosaur. He's part of the prehistoric age, isn't it? So, you know.
It's literally, he went, his star shone bright, but it bright quick, wasn't it?
Well, no respect to Serie A that he's going to. And you know,
he would fit in Serie A, to be fair.
Slower.
Yeah, more defensive as well, because in Italian football, their defensive
game, it will
play
turn
is
him
amazing.
the guy he probably once was.
Yeah.
What are you lot thinking about Lacazette? Because 1 year left on his contract. Keep, sell. Is it bold? You know what I mean?
He's a better striker, but
are we going to give another big contract to 30-plus player? And
we need to cash in.
How are you not feeling?
Just let you know, guys, we've got 10 minutes left.
No, so cash in. Even though he was our best striker this season, we still have to cash in. Because a year left. He's what, 29, almost 30. So I say cash in.
For me, it all depends on how he's going to set up for next season. Again, as Arteta does, he throws players under the bus, and when he threw Aubameyang under the bus before Spurs game, I think that might be the beginning of the end game for Aubameyang. I think he might get rid of him and keep Lacazette in.
No.
That's not what I want. That's not what I want, but I think that's probably where he's going.
He's not
Interesting.
Yeah, but he carried us for how many seasons? So,
Yeah, but
he's allowed to have one intense
find
season.
Fabi and pay him those wages.
Well, is it, isn't it?
Who's going to take him off our hands?
There is
We've
that.
done it again.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to diss Aubameyang because
Nah, I love that guy.
come back with another 20-goal season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Do you know what I would do? And it's a hard thing. I would take the captaincy off him. I think the captaincy's too heavy for him.
Yeah, you could be right there, mate. I think you might be right.
Do you know what I mean? Let him be free and let him play the game. Don't worry about giving him the captaincy. Give that to someone like a Partey or Tierney or whatever, and just let him play his game. Just let him go.
Say Tierney vice captain because he gets into quite a bit. So maybe vice captain, maybe Partey. Because I reckon we play better when we got a defensive or midfielder captain. So from like Tony Adams, Vieira type. So I reckon maybe one of those guys.
One that could see the game, innit?
Yes.
Yeah.
See the game. Don't give it to Leno because his legs are bloody.
He wants out anyway, doesn't he? Apparently now.
Oh,
I heard that was paper talk.
You know how I feel about it. You know?
Yeah, I know how you feel about Leno.
It's a good job it's a good job Ant's videos keep stopping because he'd be ranting right about now. He'd be going all troops on it. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing about Leno is he's good. He's done really well. But what do you cash in and then get in a Donnarumma because he's got a year left or less?
And Donnarumma, they've let Donnarumma go, haven't they? Yeah.
So what are we doing? What is Arsenal doing?
Yeah. And who's the guy in charge there? Ivan Gazidis. That's who it is. And what's the price? All their players are leaving, man. What is going on now?
What?
Oh man. Does anyone fancy does anyone fancy the Fulham keeper? I've been following him for a while. I really like him.
Areola.
I don't know enough about him, I'm afraid.
Areola. He's on loan, isn't it, from PSG?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Didn't even
Have him at the
think.
club. Yeah, but the thing is, with goalkeepers, it's a bit of a difficult one. You know what I mean? There's not too many great goalkeepers. Most of them are either getting on a bit, like Ter Stegen and Neuer. They're obviously some of the top keepers in the world. And Neuer will probably be retiring not too long, and Ter Stegen never going to leave Barcelona. Then you've got who's the Atletico Madrid keeper again? Is it Oblak?
Oblak, yes, yeah. Just won
really
won La Liga, and he's not going to go anywhere, is he?
So did Partey. Don't forget that. Who else is a good one? Ajax is one, but didn't he get a ban or something like that? I'm pretty sure he got a ban. But yeah, Ajax's keeper is really good. You've
got the young lad that leads, but I don't think he'll move now because he's
a
decent keeper.
From Brentford as well. We could have got him for 10 million, but we didn't want to spend the money. What's going on?
Oblak.
Yeah,
definitely. Really good.
If you could get him, maybe, but that would cost you absolute dough now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you'd have to sell Aubameyang and Pepe to make those funds, mate. But I reckon we should keep Pepe. I like Pepe.
I do. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So this is now under the microscope.
Yeah.
If it doesn't do well, you have to sell. But we won't get our money back. But
you've got to back him. That's the problem. And like I said at the beginning of the pod, I was saying at the beginning, Dan, you could see the difference when Pepe had his managers backing as to when he didn't. That he's backed him at the end of the season. He's come good.
I mean, that's one key for me. One key thing is I don't think Arteta. Feel free to disagree with me, but I don't think he's a great manager for some reason.
No,
I think he handled Pepe really badly. I think he handled Gabriel really badly.
Yeah, Saliba.
Yeah. Something happened with him and Guendouzi. Whatever happened, something happened as well.
Yeah, all what they did to Socrates and Ozil, they could have at least played them and then just sent them in on their way. You know what I mean?
So even if you're getting rid of him, you still play him. If you need if you need a number 10, you play the number 10, don't you?
We played without a number 10 for ages. If obviously Smith Rowe's emerged.
And he only lucked upon Smith Rowe as well. He only used him because he had to in the end, didn't he? So one of those moments
from the September, it would have been fine. You just play Smith Rowe the whole time. But you don't want to burn him up like what they're doing to Xhaka. They're playing him way too much.
Which is why, just quickly, I'll be quite happy if Xhaka doesn't go to the Euros this season to give him a rest. I don't know how you feel about that, but
I wouldn't mind seeing him go against Scotland. That'd be funny.
Hello? You've broken up there, Dan, man.
Yeah, sounds like someone playing the guitar.
You're
breaking up.
You better stop.
We lost it, Dan.
Up, mate. How long you got?
we got 3.5 minutes. So
let's get cracking.
We could do a second one maybe in after next week, and we can talk about the Champions League, and we can talk a bit further. Like we can do goal of the season or whatever. I know what my goal of the season is. It's Kieran Tierney's when he nutmegged the fella and played his own pass. Anyway, so look, guys, we got 3 minutes left. Let's Aaron, what anything you want to bring up?
I think we need to bolster up the midfield and get another striker, and then next season try and at least get top 4 and win the FA Cup, or maybe just another
Daniel's gone, man.
trophy, maybe. You know what I mean? Try and get back in Europe and get some good players and maybe a new manager. I'm not too sure about that, to be fair. It's a big job, and we need to get some experience in the door. So someone that can manage these big names as well.
Would you have like a assistant? Would you have someone that worked alongside him? Would you go that way?
Maybe, depending who it is, though. They'd have to maybe I don't know who would want to be the backup. So I think we probably might have to get someone in the door, because there's managers moving about. We need to act now if we want to get someone in the door, because people are floating around.
Definitely. And what are your how do you feel about next season? What are you looking forward? What are you looking for Arsenal to be doing before the start of next season, man?
Next season, I'm looking for a few good signings, mate. Good right back. Hopefully, another player to play with Partey, and another forward. Really, that's what I'm looking at, man.
That's what you're looking at, right?
Yeah, and
cool.
Yeah,
and get it early doors, isn't it? Let's not muck about. Let's get the money on the table. Wallet, there you go.
Yeah, like if we could get, to be fair, if we could get those sort of 3 things covered, and we can have a little challenge for top 4, I won't be too mad, man. But I'm happy we're out of Europe, man. We need a season out. Sometimes I feel with us as fans of Arsenal, sometimes don't you feel like we're a bit spoiled? Sometimes
we're a bit entitled.
Yeah, massively.
Spoiled kids. You know what I mean? We've had it good for years. Don't get me wrong, we've had it shit for years, but
but our shit compared to other people's shit is completely different, isn't it? Look, we've got about 30 seconds left. So all I'm going to say is, I had a word with my Spurs fan, and my brother-in-law's a Spurs fan, and I said the problem with you finishing 7th now in that league is they've got to go and win that, because if they don't win that league, that is a massive failure. That conference division when they're playing Hufflepuff United, do you know what I mean? FC Dogging United.
People are Europa League.
But it's gonna be rubbish, man. So look, we're about to run out of time, so I'm going to quickly wrap it up now. So what we'll do is we'll arrange to do this again. I'm off all week next week, so we'll arrange sort of Wednesday time. Is that cool with everyone?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. isn't it?